We're recording. Good morning, everybody. My name is Maggie, and I'm joining you from New Jersey, and we are going to do a 30-minute dynamic class today. If you have a bolster, not a bolster, this is a block. If you have a block handy, keep the block handy. You can actually sit up on the block. If your hips are feeling a little tight this morning, you could take it on the lowest setting. Just find yourself a comfortable or at least a supported seat here. And we're going to settle in this class. Biggest thing you need to focus on is your breath. So focus on your breath. I'll guide you through some breathing, a little bit of a flow, and some stretching at the end. And if anything hurts, you just back off, or you can always come back into a comfortable seated position or into a child's pose, and we'll go through that in a few moments. So close your eyes or lower your gaze. Sit up nice and tall. And start taking some deep breaths in through your nose. And let it go through your mouth. Nice big inhale. And let it go. Settling onto the mat, getting ourselves stretched out first thing in the morning. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale your shoulders up by your ears. And draw your shoulders down your back. Inhale your shoulders up by the ears and exhale down the back. One more time. Big inhale. And draw those shoulders down the back. Nice job. Inhale your arms above your head. Your gaze can come up to your hands if that's comfortable. And exhale, arms back down. Inhale the arms all the way up. Nice big stretch of exhale as you come all the way down. One more big inhale, big stretch up. And exhale. Interlace the fingers in front of you. Face your palms out. Inhale all the way up. This is a seated version of cat-cow. As you inhale up, and then exhale, hollow out your back, hollow your belly. Don't hollow out your back, hollow your belly. Inhale all the way up. As far up as you can go that's comfortable. Remember, if anything hurts, just back right off. One more big stretch up. And exhale. This is Petunia walking through the video right now. There she goes. Nice. We're going to come to all fours. So if you're on a block, set the block to the side. We're going to need that later. Coming to tabletop, hands are directly underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to go through some more cat-cows here. So inhale, hollow the belly. And exhale, coming forward. Oh, nice. You can move side to side if that feels good. Do whatever naturally feels good here for you. Inhaling back up. Starting to move the spine. Loosening ourselves up. As you come forward into cow, you can tuck your toes if that feels good. Few more rounds of this on your own, moving at your own pace. Coming back to a neutral spine. Bring the right arm forward, thumb facing up, left foot back, flexed on the foot behind you. Gaze still towards the mat. Bring the right hand down, left knee down. Coming over to the left side, left arm forward, thumb facing up, right foot is flexed behind you. Gaze still towards the mat. Bring that left hand down. Let's move side to side. A little bit of a spinal balance flow here. You can move as slowly as you need to find that balance. Keep breathing as we move through this. One more round on each side. And coming back to your tabletop. Bring your knees mat width distance, big toes to touch. Lower your hips down. Stretch your arms forward, child's pose, coming to rest on the forehead. Extend the arms forward. Engage the finger pads into the mat. And as you breathe, just allow the belly to just release towards the mat. If you need to widen the knees a little bit. If you need to bring a block in and bring the block underneath your forehead, that can help also. And take some nice deep breaths here. Inhale, fill the belly all the way up to the chest. And exhale. Couple more breaths here. Nice job. Lift your gaze. Coming forward into baby cobra. Zipping up the legs, hands are on either side of the rib cage. Tap your forehead down. Inhale, pressing through the hands, hugging the elbows in, lifting the chin and chest. Gaze is still towards the mat to protect your neck. And tap down your forehead. Again, pressing through the hands, lifting the chin and chest. And exhale as you tap down. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, press up into our first down dog of the day. Feet are about hip width distance. Biceps frame the ears, engage the finger pads into the mat. Start to pedal out your feet. Moving side to side, moving any which way that feels good to you. Nice job. Come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, float forward to plank. Check your positioning here. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Make any adjustments. Heels sharpen back. Gaze still towards the mat. And exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, forward into high plank. And exhale into downward facing dog. Nice job. Walk your feet towards your hands at the top of the mat. We will meet in our standing forward fold. In standing forward fold, the feet are about hip width distance. And just allow yourself to release and fold forward. If you need to bring the block in, to bring the floor up to you, go ahead and use that. Keep breathing here. Inhale, the arms all the way up and around. And arms come back to the side. Inhale, the arms all the way up one more time. Right hand takes a hold of the left wrist. And exhale as you stretch over to the right side. If it's possible, bring the gaze underneath the left arm. Coming back to center, left hand, right wrist, exhale. As you come over to the left side, gaze under the right arm. Nice job. Exhale. As you come back into standing forward fold. Plant the hands. Step the right foot all the way back into a low lunge. Hands on either side of the left foot. Right hand down. Inhale the left arm all the way up. Gaze can be up towards that left hand. Bring the left hand back down. Tap down the back knee, untuck the back toes. Low lunge. You can interlace the fingers on top of the left knee. Stretching forward. Feel the stretch in the quad. If ever your knees just need a little extra cushioning, you can always fold the mat over or bring a blanket underneath one of the knees. Keep breathing here. Bring the hands on either side of the front foot. Tuck the toes of the back foot. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Back in, standing forward fold. Bring the hands to the mat. Step the left foot all the way back into a low lunge. Plant the left hand down. Inhale the right arm up. Gaze can be towards those right fingers. And bring the right hand back down. Tap down the back knee. Untuck the back toes. Low lunge on the right side. Feel that nice stretch. Find something to focus on that's not moving around. Keep breathing. Nice job, you guys. Bring the hands on either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Step the right foot back to meet the left. We're back in downward facing dog. Again, the feet are about hip width distance. Inhale, flip forward to plank. And exhale. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Draw the right knee towards your nose. Floating forward like you're coming into a plank pose. Right leg up and back. Right knee to the right elbow. Right leg up and back. Right knee, left elbow. Nice job. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Draw the left knee towards your nose. Left leg up and back. Left knee, left knee, left elbow. Left leg up and back. Left knee, right elbow. Back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees deeply towards the mat and straighten the legs. Bend the knees deeply towards the mat and straighten the legs. One more time. Knees towards the mat, don't touch the mat, and straighten the legs. Walk the feet towards the hands at the top of the mat. Coming up into chair pose. Chair pose as you lower your seat towards your heels. Make sure you can peek over your knees and see your toes. Hands can be in prayer. They can be biceps bringing the ears if that's comfortable. Keep breathing here. Maybe lower your seat just a smidge lower. And exhale. Back into standing forward fold. Inhale the arms all the way up. Nice job, you guys. Back to prayer. Heel toe your feet to the outer edges of the mat. Toes are slightly splayed as you exhale, lowering your seat towards your heels. This is a yogi pose. If you want to bring a block in and sit on the block, you can do that. Using the elbows to keep the knees open. Just getting yourself a nice stretch here. Bring the left hand to the mat. Inhale the right arm up. Bringing the right hand down, placing the right hand on the mat. Inhale the left arm up. And bringing both hands back to the mat. And hands back to prayer. Inhale yourself all the way up. Bring the feet back together. And inhale the arms all the way up. And we exhale back into standing forward fold. Plant the hands. Walk the feet to the back of the mat. We're in downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Step the right foot in between the hands at the top of the mat. If you need to help the foot, it's okay. Pivot the back foot to a 45-degree angle. Inhale the arms all the way up and around. We are in warrior one. Making sure those hips are facing forward. Biceps bring the ears, draw the shoulders down the back. It's a great stretch for the hips. Hip opener. Keep breathing here. Guys are doing great. And pivot the back foot along the back edge of the mat, coming into warrior two. I'm going to switch sides here. Warrior two, front knee tracks over the front foot. Make sure you can still see the big toe. Gaze is over those front fingers. Powerful warrior. Flip the front palm, peaceful warrior. And bring the hands on either side of the front foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Back in downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Step the left foot in between the hands at the top of the mat. Pivot the back foot to a 45-degree angle. Engage the core as you rise up into warrior one. Again, the hips are facing forward. Nice job. Biceps frame the ears. Keep breathing here. Pivot the back foot along the back edge of the mat. Coming into warrior two. Front knee tracks over that front foot. Check on the right hand. Make sure it's up where you think it is. Flip the front palm. Peaceful warrior. And bring the hands on either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toes and step the left foot back to meet the right. Back into downward facing dog. Inhale, foot forward to high plank. Tap down the knees. Lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Bring the right arm in front of you, the shoulder and the elbow line up. Left hand takes a hold of the left ankle, flexing that left foot. A quad stretch on the left side. You can rest your head on your arm if that's comfortable for you. If it's hard to reach that back foot, you could use a towel to loop it around the foot, whatever works for you. Couple more breaths here. You guys are doing great. And release that left foot. Bring the left arm onto the mat. Palm is facing down. The elbow is just below the shoulder. Right hand takes a hold of that right foot. Flex that back foot. Quad stretch on the other side. Keep breathing. Couple more breaths here. And release the right foot. Bring your hands on either side of the rib cage. Tuck the toes, lift your hips, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and back. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lizard pose. You can stay right here. You can tap down the back knee and untuck the back toes. You can lower onto a block or onto elbows. And we're going to get a nice stretch here in the hips. And we're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. As you look at the back foot, make sure the back foot is straight back and not turned in on itself. And take some nice deep breaths here. You can use this right elbow to kind of keep the right knee open if that feels good to you. Couple more breaths here. You guys are doing great. And we're going to come up onto the hands. Hands under heart center here. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee and step the right foot back to meet the left. Back into downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and back. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Again, if you got to help it along, it's all good. Tap down the back knee, untuck the back toes. You can hang right here. You can put the block, put an elbow on a block or a cushion, whatever feels good to you this morning. Releasing that hip where we store a lot of stuff. Few more breaths here. And if you're using a block, you can set that to the side, bring the hands back to the mat, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, step that left foot back. Meet the right. Back into downward facing dog. Walk your feet towards your hands at the top of the mat. One more time, coming into chair pose. As you come into chair pose, bending your knees, make sure you can still see your toes down there. Again, the hands can be in prayer. Biceps can bring the ears. Either way. Can we sit a tiny bit lower, you guys? Nice job. We're going to lower all the way down to the mat. On the mat, boat pose, balancing on the sits bones. You can have the knees straight or bent. Hands can be up next to the knees, palms facing up, or they can hold on to the thighs. Another core exercise here. Keep breathing. Maybe put a smile on your face. Excellent. Couple more breaths. Beautiful job. And lower yourself to the mat. You can take a hold of one knee as you lower yourself down. Wonderful job. Bring the feet mat width distance. Allow the knees to touch. And windshield wiper your knees side to side. Nice. Bring your feet back in to hip width distance. Cross the left foot onto the right knee. Draw the right knee in towards your chest. You can hold behind the thigh. Keeping the feet flexed to help protect the knees. You can use that left elbow to keep the left knee open if that feels good. Allow your head to rest on the mat. Another hip opener. Lots of hip openers this morning. If you're doing a lot of sitting right now or driving, hips get tight. Couple more breaths here. Doing great. Release the right foot back to the mat. Uncross the left from the right. Cross the right over to the left. Again, keeping the feet flat. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. This side might be a little tighter or not as much. Either way is all good. And allow the head to rest on the mat. Keep breathing. Starting to slow down the breath. Couple more breaths here. And release the left leg and uncross the right from the left. Nice job. Draw your knees into your chest. You can either have the knees, you can take your hands on top of the knees or bring the hands underneath, whichever way works for your knees today. A little rocking side to side. Get a little mini back rub here. Nice. And bring the feet back to the mat. Feet again are about hip width distance. Thighs are parallel. Pressing through the heels, lifting your hips up into bridge pose. Hands on the mat, palms are facing down. You can kind of roll the shoulders a little bit underneath you, keeping the chin away from the chest. Couple breaths here, keeping the thighs parallel. And slowly lower yourself back down. If you want to take a supported version of that, if you have your block handy, next time you lift your hips into bridge, you can take the block and slide it underneath the sacrum and rest yourself on there for a nice supported bridge. Either version is fine. And keep breathing here, slowing down the breath. And either version, lifting your hips, moving the block to the side, or lowering yourself back down to the mat. Draw the knees back into the chest. And rock yourself up and back. And get yourself into a seated position. Or if you got to push yourself up, either way is good. Coming to a supported or at least a comfortable seat here. Beautiful job, everybody. Lower the gaze or close the eyes. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. And one more time. And exhale. Wonderful job. Bring your hands to prayer. One more inhale. And as we close our practice, let's bring something to mind. Maybe something that looks like gratitude, something you're grateful for today. It's a difficult time right now. Do our yoga, keep ourselves calm. Anything to get through this time, but it will pass. Thank you for joining me today. Again, my name is Maggie. Namaste.